What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kennelia here, back with a Black News bonus episode. I told y'all I was going to do it. I told y'all I was going to do some quick Insecure recaps. So here we are. We are here back recapping episode 2 of season 5 of Insecure, episode titled Growth. Okay. Now in this episode, we are immediately introduced to the glow up. Y'all, it's a year later. Issa done glowed up. Block, her new company, got 10,000 followers on Instagram. She out here doing it. Molly is rocking the shortcut, hard part on the side. Y'all know, we know about the shortcut, okay? We know about it. She got the shortcut. She been meditating. She been getting her vibrator on in the morning. She living life, doing what she got to do and doing some reflecting. So it seems like this past year has been good as far as their development and their friendship, because we see them having some bonding moments and just being more intentional about their friendship and who they are to each other, which I love, because y'all, I said this before and I feel like this is the case. It was similar on Girlfriends. On Girlfriends, the love stories or the show wasn't necessarily about Joan finding love in her relationships with men. At the end of the day, it was about her relationship with Tony. I think this is the same. This journey is not about Issa and Lawrence, Molly and her dating life, her career, Issa and finding her footing. This show is about the relationship between Molly and Issa. So we off to a good start and they seem to be in a good place, which I am happy about. But a couple things that stood out in this episode. Issa back hanging with light skin. I'll forget, oh boy, I think it's like Nathan, but for the sake of this, we gonna call him light skin, because he light skin, he got the light eyes. He like a low budget Jesse Williams. Ain't he like a low budget Dr. Jackson Avery? Anyway, Issa back kicking it with them. She's helping him and his fellow barbers with an event. And she big in the event planning space now. So that's her wheelhouse. We also see Molly helping her parents get their estate and their will and everything in order. Which, I don't know about y'all, but it is low-key difficult getting some parents, especially some Black parents, focused enough to get they stuff in order. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this idea of getting putting a will together makes you closer to death, or it could be just generational or that Black family stigma, because historically Black families be the ones who ain't got it together, and when people die, then it's a hot ass mess. Whatever the case may be, Molly is helping with that. We also see Molly's mama trying to hook her up with this little dude. Clearly not her type, but we've all been there. I remember one time, y'all, I was single and I think I just graduated from college. I think I was probably like 23, 24. My mama was going back to college. She was getting her master's degree. And she had class with this boy. He wasn't a boy, he was a man, but to her, she was like 40 something and he was like 27. She come home talking about, I met this nice man. Girl, I met this night. He would be so good for you, girl. He's so nice. He's so smart. He got it together. I'm like, I know she don't know my type, but let me see what he talking about. She ended up connecting us, giving him my phone number, and we went on a blind date to like Applebee's. Now this in Flint, y'all. This Applebee's was the spot back in the day. So we go to like Applebee's. Y'all, this dude put up to the day. I'm talking about, if the brother listening, brother, I'm sorry. This brother got out the car looking like Sam Cassell. You could not have told me that was not Samuel Cassell. Y'all don't know who Sam Cassell is? Google Sam Cassell. He was smart. He was a Kappa. he was, had his little stuff together, but he looked like Sam Cassell. And this back in the day, I'm superficial. I'm a child. So I'm like, oh, hell no. Long story short, it wasn't going to work out. But I understand what Molly's going through when it comes to parents trying to hook you up with people. That just ain't never the move. But that wasn't the gist of the episode. The big chunk of the episode was regarding Issa and her new client, Crenshaw, which was played by Kofi Cerebo. Now, when I saw the name Crenshaw, that just tickled me because, it's Crenshaw, like LA, South LA, but his name's Crenshaw. He was an artist who Issa was partnering with to put on an event in Los Angeles. She was working with an advertising or marketing company who was basically footing the bill for the whole event and the ordeal. But there was a moment and a battle between Issa and Crenshaw about this idea of selling out and what was worth sticking your neck out for and that. So, just talking about that moment a little bit personally. So for y'all who don't know or who y'all don't remember this part, or maybe you didn't even watch the episode and this is just all a big spoiler. I hope not. But the advertising or the marketing execs told Issa, we're just not really sure about some of the like the art and the lowriders and the bikes. Can you pull back? Issa like, all right, well, okay, let me see what I can do. She gives Crenshaw the notes. Crenshaw originally was like, man, I ain't feeling that. I thought you had my back. Issa was like, I do, but that sometimes you gotta make a sacrifice and let's, just a little bit. Crenshaw agrees. Get to day of show. Crenshaw decides he is no longer interested in going along with that, and he puts back all of the things in the show that the execs had the notes on. Issa was, had a moment like, what you doing? We talked about this. Crenshaw then called her a sellout. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that comment. I think the thing is too, when you're dealing with people's art, Erykah Badu said it best. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So when you're dealing with someone's art and you're telling them to remove pieces of something that's important to them, it feels like a huge compromise, which it is. Then you have the sides of the execs. They don't know about none of this shit, okay? They don't know nothing about no black art, no black people. They don't probably just first time being in Crenshaw, and this is a whole new world. So they're trying to protect their assets and their money and their financial interests. For Issa, in her position, you got to walk a fine line, right? You have to mix business with authenticity, and sometimes that can be difficult to do. But I think she handled it well to the point of, I wouldn't call her in her situation the sellout. It's just trying to get the product out there the best way you can with the resources that you have. And she did good. The show went well. The white folk, the execs was like, oh, this is great. Let's partner and do some more stuff. So it ended up working out. But, there was some push and pull with that. Fast forward to the end of the episode. And y'all, I'm skipping around because I'm just going to do quick recaps just so we all on the same page. Issa invites Light Skin to come back to her apartment after the show. She falling asleep to have a moment. She asked Light Skin to spend the night. They ended up in the bed together, kissing, about to take it to the next level. And Issa busts out crying at Light Skin mouth, y'all. I'm talking about mid kiss in the mouth, busts out crying. It probably has something to do with her not being ready for that situation. She broke up with Lawrence last episode, and sometimes it's a lot, right? Y'all, if y'all never been through a breakup, so what if it's a year later? That shit'll creep up on you fast. So it was a lot to emotionally handle. But we later saw in the middle of the night, light skin get up and leave. This dude just straight dipset up out of there. Now, I saw some people on social media saying he didn't necessarily owe her anything. He at least made sure she was good, went to sleep, and then he left. But that just don't sit right with me. When people just get up and leave and don't say goodbye, I don't like that. So that, it is what it is. But for the most part, we see Issa now in a place where, yes, she's good and things are happening in her career, but there's still maybe some sadness or some emptiness associated with that. We also see Molly getting back in the dating scene. She got back on the apps and was reevaluating who she used to be in regards to her profile. And we saw her going on a date. So she's trying to get herself together in that regard. And fast forward to next episode, the previews, your boy Lawrence done moved to the Bay Area. He in San Francisco. So we'll all be posted and stay tuned for that. In regards to my predictions for next episode and the coming season, right? Still got 8 more episodes to go. I predict that with Lawrence moving to San Francisco, yes, he's going to move up there, but Condolences is pregnant, and I believe she in LA County, and you can't have a newborn and you in San Francisco. So I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth with that, but I lightly predict that she will move up there with him. I do not think that Lawrence will be the kind of man who just lets his child grow up without him being around. So he'll either be back and forth all the time, nothing to do with Issa, or Condolences go move up there and they're going to be happily ever after. Issa going to be in her feelings and she going to have to do some reflection and figure out what that's going to be. But that's what I predict. I also predict that light skin is still going to be lingering around. So I don't think we're going to see the last of him. And I predict that Molly will continue to start dating, but there might be some drama with that. Don't know what kind of drama yet, but it be drama when you dating in LA. So we gonna stay tuned because it is what it is. Let me know y'all predictions. Hit me up on social media at Kennelia and tell me what you think is in store for episode 3 and the rest of season 5 of Insecure, the final season. I'll be back again next week to recap episode 3 of season 5 of our favorite show, Insecure on HBO Max. Bye.